Lots of money.
Step profit.
Well, okay, so, Caboose or Johan, you put your hand on the door, and it's pretty obvious what you're trying to do. So, yeah, you see, you and the rest of the crew sort of like spread out and kind of looking through the cargo bay of the ship. Which, by the way, I should have mentioned this earlier. Yosef also found that the ship's name was the Projection. So you guys in Caboose's vision are searching through some of the cargo of the Projection, trying to look for either things to salvage or survivors, and then all of a sudden, bullets rain down on you guys from like ambush locations, and lots of death happen.
Okay.
Ours or theirs?
I'm gonna stop
hard
everyone
to say.
immediately and just be like, hey guys, it's an ambush.
Shit.
Yosef just kind of looks at Johan. It's like, of course it's ambush. Obvious.
So,
Yosef starts lecturing. It's like they would have gone on official channels. They are transporting bad things, which are possibly worth lots of money.
So
Well, how about we
did
how
Yosef
about we
know
just
this
retract this and
beforehand,
go
or
from
does
there,
he
like-
want to
Yes,
say
he-
that
no,
just
he
because
knows it.
or like he wants to play it off as though it was obvious because it was like a psychic thing that
No. He's playing it off as, why else would they not?
Oh yeah, right. You never
like,
told
it's
everyone.
obvious.
Right.
Like, and then he brings it out and he's like, well, of course. It's like they did not call for help on Safe Channel. They called it on Avoid Authorities Channel.
And
Well,
so Gopal is just like, and you didn't think of telling this to us before.
What do you mean? It's great opportunity. Good. He's like thinking for the word good money maker. Yes.
Yeah, but there's an easier way to go about this. Everyone back on board and charge up the Reaper cannon.
But they can't communicate. It's fine. See, we just give them communication device. We talk over phone. We maybe take a few of them, sell rest, and we get cargo. Captain will understand. He probably Russian.
That is somehow I'm somehow even more convinced to do the original plan now. And I'm leading the way back onto the ship.
I turn to Yum Yum. I'm like, Yum Yum, what say you?
We
well,
blow a hole in
I
the
see we
ship.
have an option of blowing them up with the ship or blowing them up with my rocket launcher.
Maybe
It's a hard
negative
sell
on-
either way.
Perhaps blowing is not best.
Oh.
Maybe cargo is combustible, we lose a bit of money.
I should also mention Caboose roll tactics.
Okay. Give me 1 second. What isn't that wisdom as well?
Yeah.
Damn it, I don't have a +2 on auto. 6. Dose.
So you pretty much remember where everyone who ambushed you was.
So I'm gonna say, okay, here's the two options. Either A, we go back onto the ship, we blow the shit out of them, or B, I draw you guys a laid out map of where every single person who ambushed us was.
How many of them are there?
How many was there, Azza?
4.
There's 4 of them. And then plus the guy on the bridge.
How
Well,
did you know of guy on bridge? Joseph's like, were you
Relayed
looking
that
over my
information to
shoulder? It's like, oh
This-
yes, I forget.
this may actually be a good time.
Yosef forgets what he tells people and what he doesn't tell people.
Yeah, well, he's the most important one, so he can't keep track of everyone else.
So yeah, Gopala says, you know, this actually could be a good opportunity to test out Kami's power armor.
Yes, and selling ship in perfect
Power armor
position.
just kind of turns at you.
Selling everything in perfect condition is definitely good. If we have second ship, it'd be perfect. If there is problem with power, Yosef can get it running again.
Well, what do we have in our hold? Is our hold full?
It's empty.
No, we just delivered things.
Yep.
Yeah, awesome.
Other than the grav tank we stole.
You don't have a grav tank.
What?
We do, remember?
I swear, I remember having a grav tank.
It's there on the ship page.
I probably would have tried as many things as possible to prevent that from happening.
How about we push our grav tank out and threaten them from space? Just have like a cord on there.
Just manually hand push the grav tank through
Yep.
the airlock onto their ship.
There we go. I don't think it'll fit in the airlock, but
No.
I will try to
Definitely won't.
miniaturize technology.
If it existed on your ship and you tried to push it over, it wouldn't fit. But this is hypothetical.
What do you mean we don't have a grav tank?
Oh man. All right. Well, let's get that map out.
Yosef
Yeah, so-
is, of course, at this point being like, I don't know if we trust his positioning. Maybe his weird brain thing make him want to kill us.
It's fine, we'll send him first.
So
I am
I-
okay with this plan.
either Caboose just like or Johan just like hand draws this on a piece of paper, or
What's his art
Yosef-
skill?
or Yosef gets a during his scan, Yosef had a layout of the ship,
Schematic.
a schematic. Yeah, that.
No, I
he
want
can send
Johan
Johan.
to. I want him to like draw it. I'm not gonna help at all with it.
Alright, so Caboose will be right back. But yeah, so you're not gonna give him the schematics at all. You're just gonna.
No,
Okay.
I'm gonna force him to draw it. It's like, yes, I don't have good detailed blueprints,
As it's like on the screen behind you.
and like I
Hey.
swipe it off the screen.
And how much combat capability have you given your Roomba? We could
Yeah,
send
I don't think he's
Uh,
given it any yet.
It
If you want
has
to
none.
duct tape a gun
But
on it.
what I can do is we can send Roomba over, and it can map out entire ship. It take a while, but it also heat signature. We might get full count of enemy, or I mean full count of other ship's crew member. We don't know if they're hostile. And he does like a real obvious wink. Okay. No.
Part of what we're
Okay,
doing is
I-
waiting for Caboose to get
The
back.
power armor just stares emotionlessly at you.
So. Kami's a lot quieter in the power armor.
It's because he hasn't worked out the external speaker part yet.
So yeah, like right now we're
Yosef's-
just waiting for Caboose to get back because he had to leave for a sec. So
I'm going to turn to Gapala and be like, in case we do go over, and Brain Guy has inaccuracy in statement, I suggest we do go over in vac suit. Because if they shoot on docking, all oxygen go bye-bye and you die. It's being exposed to vacuum is not pleasant way. No, not the
Gapal-
pleasant way.
Gapala nods. That does mean that we won't have our armor, though.
It's
you
okay.
can-
If you're exposed to vacuum, I'll crash the ship into you to make it quicker.
That
Alright,
is
thank
very
you. Good.
reassuring, Yum Yum. Very reassuring.
Kami
but,
will run back to the bridge, disconnect the ship, and then ram it into the other ship before people die from the exposed
Exposure.
vacuum.
Another idea is you bring armor with you, you change on the other side.
Or we open the doors, shoot rockets inside, and then close the doors.
Problem
Would-
is, I'd like to have. I'd like
The
to have
cargo,
the
yes.
cargo intact. Yeah.
What?
I like how
What
it's
if
no longer
this-
having the people intact. It's like the cargo. It's great.
What
I
if we
love it.
poke a hole in the ship so their air bleeds out, and then we wait for them to die, and then we go in?
Oh, I got a question. Azaraki, is there power generating area of this ship? Is it accessible from the the outside?
No.
How fun would that be?
Hmm.
I
Well,
would
it's
open
accessible
panels all over
outside
that
with the
ship.
Reaper cannon.
But I was thinking maybe they'd do it because, maybe there's some problem on the ship and you need to do it from the outside. And it's not like some random person is going to spacewalk onto the exterior of your ship during a firefight and disable you.
That would be
Anyway.
amazing, though.
That would be hilarious. One of the guys I was actually trying to do in another game was like a teleport person where I was going to teleport people onto an opposing ship on the outside and wreak havoc. Just like, oh, there's the Reaper battery. Let's just go take that off. Good times, good times. But that takes a while.
So, were the people firing at us in vac suits?
No. Well, I mean,
No.
no to Caboose, but I don't know if he'll probably tell you that anyway. So
Probably.
Hmm.
Why don't we just space the ship?
That's what I'm
Move all the
thinking.
oxygen.
I agree.
And I kind of look at Gopala and I'm like, so, on man with problem with brain, you're completely fine with spacing all these people on the ship.
We
I
need to
wanted to
make
do it
rent.
from the beginning.
I'm just it's like Yosef's like, I'm just trying to make sure you know, because technically these people still may be innocent. Like, I am perfectly fine. Like, to me, either way is win.
Hey, can you pull up schematics of their ship with a scan there so we can look up the best place to shoot with the Reaper cannon to leave the ship mostly intact but not the people inside?
He can't, like, Yosef looks conflicted for a moment. He's like, but I wanted Johan to freehand draw. It's like, he curses in Russian and then he, like, swipes it over to Kamikaze's panel.
I'm going to look over their ship schematics and see if I can find a spot where we can shoot it with the Reaper cannon to punch a hole in them without destroying anything that would be catastrophic to the ship. Just the crew.
And we still might need to pilot ship back, so maybe make sure bulkhead door to bridge is okay.
roll tech astronautic with intelligence mod.
Nine.
Yeah, you can find a place where you can do that.
Okay. Who likes this plan? Good. We're putting it into effect. So I'm going to go back to the bridge and undock.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move us into perfect firing position for the Reaper cannon to shoot that spot.
Yosef kind of says, hold off on shooting a bit. If they are
Okay, sorry,
playing, if they are playing dead, they will notice our weapon power up and may attempt communication.
Why don't you try to scramble them with something? If we can do that. Any
Sure, why not?
countermeasures?
So what was
Like,
our
if you,
decision? What's our decision?
We're going to blow a hole in the ship to space them, but not destroy the ship or the cargo.
Oh yes, and what you missed
I thought you
is
figured you just want to test your rocket launcher out.
No, I like the Reaper cannon too.
Caboose. Here's kind of the thing. Kapala is completely okay with killing people, on the words of a guy with mental issues. Just thought you'd like to know. But not on
Okay.
Yosef, who is a perfectly reasonable human being.
Okay, so can I ask something as well about me noticing their positions?
Yeah, sure.
Would I know if, like, where were they shooting us from? Was it like a flip out tile, or was it more of just a camouflage tile? Or was it more of just they were sitting in the cargo bay?
It's more like they're in concealed positions behind or in boxes in the cargo bay.
Okay. So theoretically, we could shoot through the boxes, and they wouldn't know that the shots were initially fired, so we could take out a couple of them before they even shot at us. Theoretically?
Yeah. You
Okay.
can also try to stealth and get into positions where you can just take them out. There's a bunch of stuff you can do, and then the rest of the party was suggesting just space them, because you saw that they weren't wearing vac suits either.
Okay. That was the other information I was gonna ask actually. So yeah, let's space them. We can get the goods from space.
Okay, let's since we're looking at schematics, let's also find a secondary target in case they kick on their engines when we start charging the gun. That we can hit their engines instead if they become active.
Why don't we hit their weapon first?
Because it's
Or their
tiny and
engines
we're going to
first.
blow a hole in them first.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Besides,
they're
I
not
won't let them
moving.
target us.
And the other thing is we're powering up our weapons, so they know we're powering up the weapon if they are actually in trouble or whatever. So it'll give them some time to respond,
I mean,
perhaps.
they're probably gonna figure something out as soon as you guys detach.
Undock.
I have a weird question. Where would the engines be compared to where we're docked right now?
You guys are docked sort of forward-ish, and then the engine. So, like, do you guys see your ship, which is on the map?
the roundabout.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the two little things on the side of the cockpit, farther back of the cockpit.
Yeah.
Are we facing the
that's
same
where-
direction
yeah,
or
it's-
opposite directions?
Will we have a shot at their engines from the place we're currently docked? Not with the Reaper cannon.
With their
Would there be
scorpion
an angle we
tail
could get?
weapon.
No,
yes,
you
of
don't.
course.
Okay. I was literally wondering if we could send Kami out on her vac suit and fire a rocket launcher at the engines, so we'd never have to power anything on. But I guess that's not an option.
Okay. I guess we're doing it.
Okay. I get us into firing position, and who's our gunner? Kapala?
Me,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, get ready to fire.
Do I even need to roll for this?
Yosef is like writing down his protest to this course of action, even though he doesn't really protest. He's just saying, I take no responsibility for the actions of my crew. I am just an engineer.
I'm gonna go to
I'm
the.
in.
I'm going to
Suddenly
go
you're
to
not captain
the.
anymore.
I'm gonna go to
Yeah.
the cockpit and put myself in the co-pilot seat so that way I can, if I feel anything, I can let Kami know immediately.
Okay. So
at this
you guys
time
also mentioned
too,
something about scrambling communications, so if you want to try that as well, you can.
I was thinking
I
less
wanna do two
communications, more
things.
sensors to stop them from detecting the weapon charge. But
Yeah, that
I
works too.
want to try two things. One, I want to scan for other nearby ships.
Okay.
And then two, I want to pretty much send out noise on all channels so nobody else can kind of receive communications from the start of this.
Yeah, make a roll for each. Both computer.
Really
Say
low
which roll-
computers.
Say which roles they are too, so that way you're not.
Okay,
just
first
like,
one
Yeah,
is scanning
"That
for
was
ships.
clearly this."
The first one is what?
scanning for ships.
Sheeps.
Okay, you do not see any other ships around? And this one was... Which one was it?
Scrambling. Like, basically sending out junk so they can't start being like, help, help, call for help. Or if they have a nearby ship, they can't really communicate with it because there's just garbage being sent everywhere.
White
Okay.
noise across all channels.
Yeah, you just like send out a bunch of
Spam
random-
emails.
Spam emails. Everyone's inbox is full, can't receive anything else.
All of a sudden, all across all radio channels, you just hear, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop.
No, that wouldn't be what Yosef would put on music.
So
no,
much to do,
Yosef,
so
it would
much
be
Russian.
So much
Russian,
to do, so much to
Russian
see, so much to do.
patriotic music. Just like, it'd be amazing.
All right, so
prefer
Yosef
my
put some Tchaikovsky on the airwaves, space
And
waves.
of course, he flicks it on for the ship too. He's like, "Now we begin."
Okay, yeah. It's just like blasting all over the speakers and in intercoms from the ship.
I turned down
Yum
the.
puts on headsets.
I already have the head helmet on, so it's quite.
I'm gonna put the headset on as well, so that way I can communicate.
So yeah, you guys just undock and go for the shot now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's see. It is a stationary target. Who's the gunner? That's Kami.
Me.
Yeah.
Fourth.
Fourth.
It's
Fourth or
Gapala.
Kami. You guys fight over.
Kapala.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
it's
just
Kapala. Kami's flying.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I roll
that's right.
for it.
So.
Oh god.
One sec. I need to look up.
I forgot about space combat. I
Never
totally
answered
forgot how
things.
that works. That's why I was
Well,
gonna
most
go.
of space combat's not going to apply here because they have
Yeah.
stuff
They're
powered down.
stationary.
It's not a fighter class, so D20. Let me find their armor, and then it'll take a penalty. So armor class is 6. We'll say armor class 9, to hit a non-moving target.
Okay.
So D20 plus intelligence plus gunner plus 9.
Intelligence?
Yeah.
That was Dex.
Yeah,
Um,
me too.
Fox and I figured out that it was intelligence.
Yeah, all space combat checks are done with intelligence, gunnery, piloting,
Interesting.
everything like that.
Okay.
Because you're
So just
calculating
D20.
distances more so than reflexes.
Alright. So
Well, what's your
all right,
gunnery
D-
skill if you have any of that?
Yeah, it's just a D20 then, because I don't have
D20
any
plus
in.
9.
Or I have a 0 in gunnery.
Oh, maybe I
Alright,
should
so
link
it's
it to
mine
the
then.
front then and shoot myself. Lock the turrets
There
forward.
we go.
And you hit-
11.
That hits.
Yep. So yeah, you hit the spot, and like, I guess no sound because space, but
Oh, that's no fun.
do you want
And
there to be
actually,
sound?
you hear like air just rushing out. It's just like.
I mean, the air wouldn't be.
You wouldn't.
It wouldn't get to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
See,
guys.
the
this
ship
is Star
speakers
Wars
simulate
space.
the
Yeah,
sound it would
that's
make.
that's great. So like every
Or you
time you
just
guys
hear-
attack, your ship.
You just
plays
hear the
sounds for you.
Roomba rev up, and it's like.
Oh my god.
No, it's like Yosef just goes pew, boom, boom, pew, pew.
No.
Pew, pew.
No, whenever you
Whoosh.
fire, it just says firing main cannon.
Except in a heavily Russian accent.
But
Firing main cannon.
So yeah,
There
you
has
guys
to be a woman too, so. Fire.
blow a hole in their hull
Cannon.
that doesn't
Cannon.
damage the rest of them too much or anything like that.
fire off another
Miss
shot.
Mercaholic, hello. Welcome to Tabletop Tavern.
Hello.
Oh, I should actually pull up chat.
Hello.
I'm so engrossed with the baby, I haven't done anything I'm supposed to do.
Hmm. Okay. So it worked, right?
Yeah, it worked.
Yusuf kind of like looks at everyone else. It's like, how long do people survive when exposed to vacuum?
Depends. Does anyone get sucked out the
Very
hole?
No one gets sucked out the hole. Like you don't see that, but
Physics-wise, nobody would actually get sucked out of it. That's not how physics works.
Well, yeah, it is.
depends on
The
where
release
they are.
of the release of
If
air
you
into
pull
a
with the
vacuum,
oxygen.
it would.
It pulls you out with the air.
Not when there's artificial gravity so much, though.
Hmm. True. Yosef wants to scan to see if the what are those called? The bulkhead door is slammed shut or not.
Okay, make a
Let's find a secondary target area.
make
You fucking.
a tech save, Yosef.
Probably the engines is their next best bet. Oh snap!
Yeah, bulkhead doors did not
Actually.
close.
I think we did good.
All right. Well,
let's give it a little
can we
bit.
do a scan
See-
for life signs again?
And they're still gonna.
They're
Wait,
They're gonna live for a little bit.
they wouldn't. The bodies wouldn't have heat on them anymore, would they?
Well, if they were dead,
They'd
they
cool
would.
down significantly.
It
Yeah.
would cool down.
I mean, like the
significantly
whole
fast, but-
vacuum thing is like, suddenly there's very little heat.
It would take a little bit of time. It'd probably take a minute before they lost all heat. I'm actually not sure. Google.
How long can you survive in space without a spacesuit?
I think they
it's
die
about
from
15
freezing.
seconds of
20 seconds.
consciousness. Wow. 15 seconds maximum of consciousness. About half that useful consciousness. So no luck getting to a vac suit if you've suddenly lost all your oxygen.
But it would be decompressurizing, so it
You
might
have to
take a little
get
bit longer.
pressurized again in 3 minutes, or you're dead forever.
It's good to know that you don't die instantly, though. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, the body can
Well, yeah.
survive, it's just not necessarily conscious.
And your brain's not going to be working at full capacity.
And maybe permanently damaged.
The lack of oxygen.
In short,
Yosef's just gonna
don't
be
try
like-
if you're curious.
No,
Don't try this at home, kids.
Yosef's just
Yeah,
like,
this
well,
is
I
not a
guess we
jackass
go
prank.
get it. We go get our prize, yes.
All right. Well, let's. Unless we'll wait 30 seconds for anything to happen on their ship. Keep an eye on their power levels. See if they kicked up the engines or something. If any of them were able to react.
I agree.
And
Let's
if not,
wait.
we'll redock.
Yeah, let's wait. I say we wait 10 minutes.
And I'll just be sitting there scanning for life signs. And the second I see all of them disappear, I'll like stop jamming.
We're doing this right.
Yeah, like after 10 seconds or so, they start to very quickly fade.
Okay. So we will redock.
I also want to take where the life signs where they last were and kind of mark them on the schematic of the ship and just be like, this is where the bodies are.
Okay.
In this general area, so we can find them.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Well, vac suits, guys.
Kami, your power armor doubles as a vac suit, right?
Yep.
Nice.
Joseph's like, I will
You
stay
don't really
with
need it for
ship
much,
in
but-
case someone comes around. You know, I be safe. I keep everyone safe by scanning. Yes.
Now note
Okay,
that
just
our
make sure they
airlock is
communicate
actually
across
an
the comms.
airlock, so we won't lose our oxygen when we connect the ships.
Yeah.
We connected the ship.
Oh,
There's a
curses!
trap.
Science, how did you betray us again?
So then another ship comes by and just like, oh hey, look,
Docks.
salvage. Let's dock. And they don't have their own airlock either, and we just start a chain of ships.
It's just a pile of ships in a row.
What's that? That's called the
This
space colony
is-
of idiots.
This is starting to sound reminiscent of Pulsar.
All right, I have a video that everyone must watch relating to this. It's extremely urgent that everyone watches this immediately in the
Okay.
situation.
Urgent.
Urgent. Here we go. I will post it in Limitless, and then someone can put that in chat for people in chat.
Are we putting this up on stream?
Should definitely put it on stream.
Sure, yeah, I can do that.
Oh my god.
Have you ever seen one of these?
Looks like a grenade.
It's a light grenade. Pull the pin, set it down. Whoever picks it up, grenade remains. Person disappears.
That's the stupidest thing I ever heard of. Who'd pick it up?
Look,
Pick me up.
diabolical, isn't it? This is one of our weapons.
This is a rock.
Exactly. What you do is raise your arm like so, then boom, you throw it.
Right.
Looks like we caught them sleeping. Captain, look. Move out! He has a light grenade! Idiot. Careful, men. There's a light grenade on the ground. Where? Show us. Right here.
Pick me up.
I think we're gonna need some reinforcements out here.
Yes.
Appropriate.
So we dock.
All right. Yeah. So
We dock.
I'm back.
Excellent.
Hello.
So we dock.
You
And
dock.
Yosef is staying with the ship.
Okay.
Scanning.
So yeah,
Turn
you
the
guys,
shoulder lamp on my power armor on.
Yeah. Should we scan before we go in?
it's up
I
to
think we
you
already
guys.
did.
We've been scanning.
Scan for what?
Scan for life forms.
Oh, I already did.
Oh
They
yeah, that's an
disappeared.
ongoing thing. Like they're pretty much
Okay.
dead.
And I marked it on a map and sent it to you guys of where the expected body locations are.
All right. I say, well, Kitty, lead the way.
Oh, I send my Roomba along. Oh, this is so good.
Perfect.
I send it along, and I'm like
Roomba
seeing
control.
in heat vision what the Roomba's seeing.
Oh
All
my
right,
God!
wonderful.
Yes, please. Please.
We open
have
the
that.
doors and go inside.
And the Roomba's like leading, and it's beeping the entire time. It's going.
Creating
It's gonna be
R2D2.
wonderful.
So like Spaceballs
Exactly.
style. I've lost the leaps.
Exactly.
I've lost the sweeps, and I've lost the creeps.
Yeah,
The what? The what? And the what?
you knew exactly where I pulled it from. Oh man, that was such. Oh, anyway, hey, before we get distracted again,
We're like the most ADD session of all time.
It's beautiful.
so we're putting the Roomba in there, and I'm watching it as I'm scanning for approaching ships and stuff. What are you guys doing?
Will we follow it in?
We're
Yeah.
following the Roomba.
Do you have your back suits on?
Yes.
Yeah.
the power
It's what the.
I'm just making sure.
You know what? Roll luck
fuck
checks.
it.
Wander
go.
around for
No.
15 seconds
You
before
You
guys
guys
passing.
have
Roll
vac
luck
suits.
checks.
Like it's- you guys have vac suits. So yeah,
Bring
you
the light grenade.
go on board. You know from the schematics, to your left is the cargo hold, to the right is the bridge. There are like stairs up to the bridge and then stairs up to like a second floor of the cargo hold, like a catwalk overlook. And then
Well,
there's
first
also
thing
a
we'll
main
check
door
is-
to the cargo hold.
The body locations that we're expecting.
Okay. Yeah.
Was
Uh,
there
and-
still was there a life sign on the captain or the person who's on the bridge as well,
Nope.
or was that out as well?
That's out.
Okay, just wanted to check.
So yeah, you guys check the life forms? Life.
Yep.
Yeah. So you go to each location, and the people there are all dead. However, space would make them die. They look like that.
They
Wow.
look like
I don't
that.
exactly know what happens.
We go to each location and they look like that. That's all we heard.
You
Yeah.
got
There's a big
out.
spot in the middle where we didn't hear you.
Oh, I honestly just don't have. I don't know what they would look like. So they
But
look
they're
like.
dead.
Yeah, they're dead. They're however
Their
space would
eyeballs
kill
are
them.
flooded.
They're dead, Jim.
Well, they're
with
probably
icicles
frozen.
and eye
Yeah, there we
sockets.
go. Eyeballs probably bleeding.
Okay, well, let's loot the place.
Loot, 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 loot.
Quickly, ideally.
You what?
No more than a day.
Okay. So, wait. Do you guys check the body on the bridge at all?
After
Yeah.
confirming the others, we'll go check that too.
Okay.
Oh, that was the innocent person right there. He was getting shipjacked. That's why I was away from the rest of them. Don't you guys feel guilty now?
No.
All heartless
I love
murders.
collateral damage. It's my favorite.
So yeah, when you get onto the bridge, you see that body as well, and then over comms, over like the ship's comms, you basically hear someone saying, "Request. This is." Where did I even put my book? Where? What? Where? Oh, it's right here.
Oh, hold on.
What are we holding on for?
No, I'm just looking something up while you're finding that.
Okay,
Okay,
well I found it.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
So they basically say this is the NOTA to the projection. Come in. We need to confirm your status. Please check
I
in.
answer the comms. This is the projection. Everything is under control. Situation normal.
Oh my god, shut
How
up.
are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
We had a slight weapons malfunction, but everything's perfectly all right now. We're fine. We're all fine here now.
Fine.
Thank you. How are you?
Thank God.
Bluff check.
Yeah. So
The most
this game
epic bluff check fail.
it's
of all
deception,
time.
right? Let's see.
Why are you answering?
Persuade. Okay, so roll persuade,
You answered
Let's see.
just for the reference.
I did.
charisma mod, and take a +1. Because I enjoyed that.
6.
Oh, is your charisma a -1?
No, my charisma is a 0.
Oh,
My
your persuade's a
persuade is a
-1?
-1.
Okay, so let's see.
Can I roll spacer instead?
You can re-roll it.
All right, I can.
I
That's a fairly good result, though.
Do you wanna
We'll
use it
save
now?
6
We'll
is
save it.
usually a fail.
yeah.
I'm not going to tell you guys one way or the other until you decide.
up
What do you
to-
guys show
yeah, up to you,
hands?
Tommy.
Should I re-roll or not?
No, dude, it's up to you.
One.
We can't tell
We
you.
only have 20
I'm not
minutes left until the
re-rolling.
reset.
But if they say something weird, then I'll re-roll that one if I need to.
If they say so, I think
Gotta
once he
decide now.
tells you the result,
Well, no,
it's
I mean,
too
no,
late.
I mean, for my reply to that, if like they don't believe initially, I might still be able to bluff them, and then I can.
And then that's when you say, "Oh, I'm afraid to report that the crew has died to exposure, or something." Yeah. I believe in you, though, Kamikaze.
So what do they say?
They say, who is this answering? This is not our usual contact.
Alright, so I like at this
I
point
shoot the intercom.
grab-
Boring conversation. Anyway.
Guys, we're gonna have company.
We literally just played out the scene from Star Wars. Like, it wasn't even a facsimile of it. It was the scene.
Are you sure
As long
you
as
don't
we have
shoot
to
it?
Jump into a trash compactor.
Do you shoot it?
He did say he shoots it.
Yeah,
So,
he said he shot it.
do we want to keep the analogy going? Are we doing that?
Luke, we're gonna have company.
Except we're less nice and we want the cargo.
No, it's fine. He's downstairs checking on the reactor leak situation that's happening. It's give us a few minutes to lock it down. It's largely very dangerous.
We're
You should
so
re-roll
boned.
that. You should re-roll
Watch
that.
this one be a warship. It's gonna be huge.
We're so boned.
So the fact that we're continuing with this, like, you can reroll or you can roll for another persuade check. Don't take a +1 on this because
Okay.
like the fact that you can reroll is like the benefit of keeping it going. Yes.
Okay.
We're actually get feasible, guys. I've always wanted this situation to happen.
Good.
Quote Star Wars.
Oh man.
And I've like literally wanted to do this in the game for years.
You jumped at the opportunity.
It's like, oh shit, there it comes. Yes, yes.
Well,
Yeah, so he's like, all right, make sure everything's all right down there, make sure the reactor's all right, and then once you actually figure out what's going on with the approaching ship, let me know, and just check in more often now.
Will do.
Now I'm really wishing I had responded.
And now you
initially,
shoot the
like, when I got
comms.
my precog message. She's like, "It's a trap." Regret my decision.
man, we could have been Star Wars. What were we thinking?
I could have been
Okay.
again. Oh,
So, let's check out what's in the
Bachman's
hold.
died
Looks like
for
we
this
bought
cargo.
some time.
Yeah, go for it. So you guys check the hull. You're searching around, and a lot of random, like, it's not. It doesn't seem like it's a shipment of anything. It doesn't look like there's a lot of cohesion to what's happening. So there's just like a bunch of different electronic parts and electronic scrap. And then in a like a more fragile labeled box, you see more electronic scrap, but it does look higher quality and stuff like that. Some of which you can't really quite tell what it is so far. Anyone who wants to make a post-tech roll,
I will do
which
so.
I assume is just going to be all of you. So
Yeah, I'll make one, even though it's gonna be bad. Yeah, tying rolls.
so I take it you rerolled it, Fox.
My mic was off. I rerolled that.
Cool. So yeah, Fox actually is the one who recognized. Oh, by the way, intelligence mod. I should have said that beforehand.
Yeah, we figured, I think.
Yeah, it's tech knowledge. It's
Yeah.
almost always going to be that.
Dexterity.
I think like
adroitly
the
discover.
only the only difference might be medical, depending on the situation. That could be wisdom or intelligence, depending on if you're like trying to use equipment or if you're more so like trying to diagnose or something like that. You know.
Oh, as a Bear Skull is saying that the stream's cutting in and out.
You're cutting in and out.
Can anyone confirm that? I have 0 drop frames.
Yeah, it's probably him then.
Yeah,
I'll
sounds
double
like
check
it.
though. I'll see if it's. Where did my stream go? What the fuck?
Fuck.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, muted commercial. Give me T-minus 6 seconds.
But yeah, so Kami finds out that they're some of these are parts that could be used to help facilitate and house a an artificial intelligence.
AI.
That's interesting. How about we copy the ship's logs?
However, you know that. I don't know
What's
what Kami,
the A
what sort of
stand for?
experiences Kami has in the past that let her do that. But it's like
Uh.
most of the scrap can be used for multiple different things. But the combination of everything in the fragile box is like, okay, this I've seen this before. It's like a maybe something for an AI.
There was a military AI experiment that's
Okay, yeah. that works.
Kami is a military AI
And its
experiment.
name- And its name
he
is
knows I have to
Neuromancer.
kill him. Necromancer.
So stream looking fine, or is it dropping?
Yeah, it's
No,
fine.
it belongs to an AI named Wintermute. There we go.
So yeah, you guys. So Kami, you said you wanted to check the ship's logs.
Yeah, we're more accurately, I want to copy them to, I guess, my data pad or compad or whatever.
Yeah, you can do that, and that'll take less time than looking through them anyway. You just look at them later.
Exactly. I'll look at them in our leisure when we're leaving here.
Okay. Roll computer with intelligence mod. Okay, yeah. You copy down the data. The data that you do get, you'll figure out what it is later. But like on a 9.
Stream did
you're-
just go down for me. I think Hitbox is having issues.
Yeah, stream is good on my end. Like all OBS
it
stuff
must be
and
the,
my,
it must
my
be the
internet
Hitbox
connection.
servers or something. Because it just reloaded for me.
All right. So yeah, you guys get the ship's logs. Anything else you want to do? Like, I assume you guys want to take the electronic scrap, at least the higher
Take
quality
everything.
stuff.
Yeah, take.
Take everything of value.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
Check their medical room if they've got one and steal their meds.
Since we're already in
Yosef
vac suits, can we
approves.
deconstruct
To bring back
their
to
weapon?
Yosef.
Can we deconstruct their weapon for scrap parts?
Like the metafocal laser.
Yeah.
That's gonna take hours.
Yeah, it's gonna take a
We
really
don't
long time.
have hours.
How long did you buy us?
Like maybe an hour.
Hey, do those logs I got include communication logs for that person I was talking to, so I can tell who I was talking to
Yeah.
and where they might be?
Yes.
Excellent.
I was debating making you roll that, and then I realized, oh, that's just a part of your 9.
Sweet.
So yeah,
Excellent.
they are the ship that they were talking to. I forgot the name. I didn't write it down. It was like the Dara or something. The
I also forgot.
Narda.
It's
I
the
think
Death
that.
Star.
It's a patrol boat. It is like 5 minutes out, and managed to stay out of Yosef's sensors. And they're ready to come in and assist if anything were to go wrong. Which they
Got
don't
it.
know
Ah, okay.
that anything has gone wrong yet.
Shit.
Okay. Well, at least I know what direction not to go. Or to go.
Let's not.
Free merchant versus patrol boat.
Got this. We got an
Hmm.
amazing pilot and passable gunner.
How big is your patrol boat? It'll be fine.
Anyhow, so we loot the cargo hold, we loot the comm logs, we loot the medical bay, and the mess for any nice foods that might be in there.
Okay, assign people to things, and then we'll roll.
I will go to the med bay.
I'm grabbing. Well, no, you know, like which electronics are going to be the most valuable. You should grab that.
I point them at you. Those-
Okay.
Just take things in the fragile box.
Yes. That
Okay.
box. That.
Will do. I'll work on.
Feel like
shoving
I'm
it
most
out
likely to
into-
identify the useful
I'm gonna
medical
take
stuff
all
too.
of the. I'm going to take all of the closest material, like as much of the closest material as I can, so that way I can take as much as possible from that location.
Okay.
I'm just basically focusing on effectively getting as much as I can time-wise, and we can dig through it.
So you're just
and
cleaning
throw
out the
away what we
cargo
need
bay, starting with the fragile box.
to. Yeah.
And Yosef is still on the ship?
Yeah, but he's actually rather excited if Kamikaze told him what they're bringing over.
I did not.
Okay, so then he's just, unless he picks something
I'm
up,
not going to tell you about any of the stuff we're bringing over.
unless the Roomba found out. Otherwise, then
The
he's just
Roomba
sitting
know.
scanning. Does
His
the
big
Roomba
brother's
know?
Roomba know.
I mean, the Roomba can't detect audio, just heat signatures. So like it knows that your team is scavenging.
It does have one feature that I can talk in like common, and it'll like
It'll repeat what you said.
like beep. It'll repeat what I said, but not like in an audio thing. It can only beep. So you hear like a binary on
Russian
off
Morse code.
Russian Morse code output. It'll be awesome.
All right. So as you guys are doing this, the Roomba beeps at you.
And it just says situation normal.
What none of us
But
know.
nobody understands, but that's what it's saying. And it'll just keep repeating it until it's not normal.
Please, things get worse much faster.
All right, so the only role I'm going to need to have is Kami with the medical role, and this one would be intelligence because it's like identifying medical equipment and meds.
Oh.
We can only hold them off for another 10 minutes.
Trying to look at what you
I'm
can
just
get.
like, why 10 minutes? And I'm like, oh.
It's not metagaming, I swear.
All right, so you find a med kit and a Lazarus patch.
What did we find on the people, by the way? Because that was the first thing they did.
The
Okay,
peop-
we
the-
just checked them to make sure they were dead.
yeah, you just checked in to make sure they were dead, and they just
Are there any vials of medicine in the med bay?
nope.
Are you
we
in the
don't
med
have
bay, or are you using the electronics back to our ship?
Huh? No, I was just wondering.
Just the med kit and the Laz patch.
Okay.
The med bay is just a first aid station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally one of those flip down wall stations.
All right, then I go back and help them get the remainder of the cargo to our ship as quickly as possible.
Okay. So you guys get the fragile box of AI-ish equipment, and you can mark that on the ship somewhere. Ship cargo.
Does their ship have an autopilot?
Most ships do.
Could we set it up on a timer so after we left the ship it just went flying off, since all we technically damaged was the cargo hold?
And you'd also have to like power it up and all that.
Yeah, that would take a long time. And then they'd be like, "Why are you powering up your ship?"
In that voice.
Yes. The captain has a hard time keeping control of his crew.
I felt like going off the crybaby cry situation might not be a bad situation.
So yeah, you get that. I guess you guys managed to get like a ton of other scrap electronics and scrap metal.
Okay.
Okay, I put that on the ship page.
And then you already have the Lazarus patch on your own inventory as
Yeah, I
well,
put that on
and
mine.
the medkit. Okay,
Box of Al parts.
so yeah, you guys head back onto your ship after taking all that stuff. Unless there's anything else you want to do on this ship.
I kind of want to blow it up, but let's just go.
Don't want to shoot the comms panel for good measure.
No.
Yosef probably
until we
steps in to Kamikaze and goes, maybe we should send SOS signal on public channel. Set delay for reasonable time for us to get out of system.
Nah.
Also, while they're doing this, can I go through the private quarters and see if I find any valuables in that as well? Just kind of breeze through them, go into all the rooms, see if I see anything super valuable.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay.
I guess
Should I roll for
perception is probably the closest
Perception.
thing. Like, there's no search or anything like that.
Perception's based off wisdom, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 0.
Okay. You can find like 200 credits worth of something, like jewelry, I guess.
You find the captain's old cock ring,
Exactly.
diamond encrusted.
Just, I find the entire cruise, they had a special
Matching.
box of nipple piercings.
Matching nipple piercings.
Exactly.
Sign of being part of the crew.
This is just the extra box for any joining
new
crew
crew.
members.
All right. So yeah, you guys are back on your own ship now.
All right, undock, set a course away from the other ship.
I'm
wanna-
going to.
Do you want to head to either planet in specific, or just out in space somewhere away
I'm
from
going
here?
to turn to Yum Yum
We'll
and
go
say,
out to space first, so they don't know which way we're going.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say, I think Yum Yum, it would be wise not to stay in system.
Sure. Where do you guys want to go?
Well, we need to
presume
pay
we're all
rent
basically
soon
on the
anyways.
bridge.
We might as well do it in person.
Do you want to go all the way back? That's a pretty big expenditure. We should go somewhere where we can start shipping stuff.
Not really. It's
It's one system away. It's in.
Oh, it's one
304.
system away. Yeah, screw that. Let's go.
All right,
just
so
have to go
I'll,
somewhere
I'll
anyway.
fly out a distance from the ship and then plot a course for 304
Okay.
Activate spike.
in a few minutes.
And Yosef wants to like drop a
Well,
little.
while you're here, you could
beacon.
check the logs that you got.
Oh yeah. So
wait,
while
wait.
we're flying away from the other ship, I'll look through the logs and see what's going on with these AI parts without mentioning that those are AI parts or that I'm looking into their logs about AI parts.
Yeah.
Azaraki.
Yep.
I want to do something as well. I want to drop a beacon behind the ship. Have it delay about, I don't know, let's say 4 hours. So we should be like in spike space by then, and then it starts an official SOS call.
Okay. So you just kind of want to screw over the.
Oh yeah, because they're gonna want to go and investigate later, right?
Yeah.
What kind of happened? So they're gonna come back, and then there's gonna be like probably some patrol boat from like one of the governing bodies in there, just like I just want to cause
Just
like headaches.
Just a random cruiser just shows up, just just to
Yeah.
pay attention to SOS calls.
Yeah, well, there has to be, right? Emergency response, maybe local authorities, everyone. Then that just freaks them right out, and then they're gonna find. Yeah.
Well, there is a war on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roll post tech, intelligence.
Meanwhile, while he's doing that, I'm also gonna sift through the junk and see if I can find anything.
Okay.
I want to re-roll that.
Caboose, you just have scrap, like nothing significantly more valuable than the rest.
Okay.
Oh, it gets worse. Oh, this is gonna be
Um,
bad. There's no timer; it goes off immediately.
Yeah, it does.
Shit.
Oh,
Well,
I
that
will point
sucks.
out to everyone to leave the stuff in the fragile box alone for a while.